Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. So yeah, with a strong decline here in the print below the 1195 level, we've come down a bit too low in this 1-2 setup. It's not strictly invalidated, I always have to say that as well, because as per Elliott Wave, such a 1-2 setup will only be invalidated if it goes below the beginning of wave 1. Now we don't have that, and we actually found support at the 88.7% FIB level, but it's lower than ideal. So I'm keeping this count as an alternative. Be aware of that, but I'm going to upgrade the lower wave B to primary. I talked about that yesterday, that this would happen if we drop any further. So this is the primary expectation, and we will have to assume that if it all goes well, we have another chance to rally from whenever that B wave is finished. Yeah, so I did explain all that yesterday already, that this pattern has become a bit of a corrective mess. So I wouldn't be surprised for further downside. That's why I moved up my stop losses, took profits also, basically got stopped out in profit, and then moved up I entered a long trade yesterday. I moved up my stop loss very quickly to break even, because I was very cautious of further downside. Yeah, very cautious, and it's just a time to be very careful these days, especially if we have a pattern here which is so unreliable, like a corrective wave structure. But yeah, this is still another chance, so that, let me take that out, that we have a deeper wave B. And it's getting a bit messy now. Let me shrink those support areas. They are still relevant, but obviously we now have the situation that we face probably a deeper B wave. What does that mean, and how is the subwave structure evolving then? Well, I will have to assume that this was an A wave to the upside. We're now in a B wave most likely, and this B wave also consists of an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave. So it would mean we are most likely still here in this C wave of B. Yeah. The move down looks impulsive, therefore it makes sense that it's a C wave in this larger context. And well, ideally we find support in this pattern above 1167, yeah, above the 78.6% retrace. Going below that level will already make this move less likely, or this scenario. But we have another chance here at 1176, no, 1167. Various support levels now, 1179, or you call it 1180, and 1167. They are relevant ones. I'm going to add the support area here. I mean, all these support areas were relevant. Yeah, we reversed here, we reversed here, we reversed here. Here we did reverse for a brief period, but obviously this is not respected anymore. So we've got another support area where we can turn around, which is this one. But here it should really turn around. If it doesn't, the chance of an immediate breakdown increase rapidly or significantly. So this is where ideally this comes now into, yeah, and we can also label, or at least make an attempt to label the subwaves here. So from how I would say this is evolving at the moment, I mean, I looked at it before this video. Probably the best I could think of is that this here was a wave 1, this was wave 2, we are now still in a wave 3, there will be a 4 and a 5. And ideally it finds support at 1167. Let me just double check something. I'm nearly thinking that the wave 3 is going to run out of space. Yeah, so it's gonna be difficult down there, because the wave 3 needs to have a certain length, and to find support in this wide support area is gonna be tough. So I am not doing anything at the moment. I want to see how do we react to this support area. I'm going to observe this a little bit. This possible trade setup, I mean, here it was still interesting. Now it's getting a bit difficult, a bit messy. This is turning into a rather unreliable B wave, and we need to be ready that this could very well break. So if sometimes you have scenarios where you could say you have a hot run, and things are highly likely, and you have a really, really high quality setup. This is turning into a bit of a mess, and we need to be flexible here. I think we have a good chance to find support here above 1167, even if it's only temporary. But we need to see, is this going to create some kind of an impulsive move to the upside from here? And do we then have a chance to rally in wave C? But until then, we need to be a bit patient. I think we're going to go lower short term, have another chance to turn around. If we break below 1167, we're going to retest 1150, and then we have 1125, and below 1125, I think we have a confirmation of a direct breakdown. It will already be much more likely if we drop below 1167, but below 1125, it's pretty much confirmed. So yeah, and that's the situation in which we are. We still have the possibility to go up short term from here. It's just that we have a reset of the B wave, which sometimes happens. So an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave, in contrast to A, B we had here before, and then C. So slight change on the micro level, but it doesn't really affect, at the moment at least not, it doesn't really affect the higher level scenario yet. So we still have a chance here to put another leg in wave C. And then we need to see how far do we go, because this could in the first instance take us into the 1270 region if we really get this ABC pattern and would then come down. Or, and that's what we need to see, it could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern that will also send us higher. These are the two different possibilities that we have on the larger scale, but at the moment it's all being played out here on the micro level, and this is what I'm following at the moment. And yeah, we are still range bound. We couldn't break above resistance. What I told you yesterday has become true basically. Gave you my concerns that this looks very much like an ascending wedge. Yeah, in the last video I mentioned that. These are generally patterns that you would expect to break out to the downside. Was another reason that I moved my stop loss into break even, because it's all about risk management these days. You know, when you have a possible setup, but it's not confirmed yet, be very much aware of your risk management, and then you don't need to become or get emotional about your trades or anything. So I'm not entirely sure if I scale in long here again with a tight stop loss. I think I want to see how do we react to this support area, and if we then put in the first 1-2 setup, it might be worth scaling into the wave 2. But I think for now I'm going to wait a little bit just to see how this is going to play out. Okay, and that's my update about Ethereum. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.